What's up, everybody? This is Justin with Me, Myself, and Dice, a channel dedicated to solo board games. Welcome back to our Spooktacular Halloween special, where we've been playing some spooky-themed games. And if you missed the first episode, I'll put a handy link right there. Today we'll be stuck in a mall, fighting off a zombie apocalypse. But not just any zombies, these are tiny epic zombies. So what are we waiting for? Let's get down to the table and fight off some of these zombies that are coming for our brains in tiny epic zombies. Welcome down to the table, everyone. We have everything set up to start our escape from the mall and tiny epic zombies. I've already done the setup because there is a lot of randomization that happens and a lot of kind of setup with this search deck. So if you've never played this before, the first thing is the mall is randomized. These stores around this courtyard are all double-sided, and you shuffle them up and randomly deal those out and orientate them the way that the game calls for. So all of those have been set out, all of the tokens and all of the zombies have been populated. We have our barricade in the middle here on number 2. We have our extra lives right here. And let's meet our characters. So I randomly just grab 2 characters. I have the photographer. If you end your turn in the store with 2 zombies remaining, immediately gain 2 ammo. That's her special ability. The Mall Cop special ability is if you kill 3 zombies with ranged attacks, then the third does not cost any ammo. Each character starts with at the 0 end of the health and at the 9 end of the ammo. Now, the way we win this game is by completing 3 objectives, and these are randomly chosen also. And these are the tokens that are out on the board. The first one is fix the helicopter. We have to find 4 of these little gear tokens right here. And there's only 1 out at a time, and it'll reappear in 4 different places. We have to fetch it and bring it back to the courtyard before the second one and third and fourth appear. So we have to get 4 gear tokens taken back to the courtyard, and then that'll be fixing the chopper. The second, we have to call the CDC. We have to have this radio token, and we have to find the frequency cards that are in this deck, in the search deck. That way we can get a hold of the CDC. Our escape is going to be the chopper, and then we actually escape the mall. So we're looking at each store, and because of rubble, collapsing, barricades, or locked doors, whatever, we have to find the only entrance and investigate to find out which entrance we need to be at. Now, we picked our 2 characters. After you pick your characters, it's pretty cool. This game comes with a ton of characters. And each character has a character side and a zombie side. So the third character we picked was the Greaser, and that's going to be our special zombie rule. Now, this 1 through 5 we don't do in a solo game. We only do this. This adds variety to the rules in each game. When adding zombies, skip any room with a gear icon unless there is a player in it. So the gear icons are going to be here, 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 and here. Those we cannot, and after we populated, I know this one's here now, but that happened before we drew the zombie. So from here on out, unless there's a player in that space, we can't put a zombie there. So it's going to facilitate the zombies populating faster and moving towards the courtyard faster. So how we win the game is we complete the 3 objectives. How we lose the game is if this deck runs out, we get 1 turn for each character, and after that our timers run out and we've lost our window to escape. Or if the barricade drops down to 0, then we have failed, we've lost our only safe position. Or we have 2 extra survivors here. So you can choose an easy game is 3, a normal game is 2, and a hard game is 1. We've done 2 extra survivors, and if our characters perish, we pull a survivor out. And if we ever have a survivor perish and we can't pull out an extra character, then we also lose the game that way. And the way the health kind of works in this is kind of cool. Your health meter moves from left to right, and your ammo moves from right to left. And it's not a case of your ammo runs out, you can't shoot anything. It's if the two meet, that is your lifeblood. And you become a zombie, you can no longer fend for yourself, and you'll add your ability, whatever's on the back of these, to the rules and make it harder. So it gets harder. It's really a bummer to lose a character in this game. And then everything else, I think we can just go over as we come across it. So let's get started. I've made our photographer the first player. I think we need to have a plan, and I think our plan for the photographer is to get her down into this area. This storefront has 2 objective tokens, so we'll be able to make progress on 2 objectives. And it has a supply crate. The supply crate will bump up, if we get it back to the courtyard, will bump up our barricade and maybe give us a goodie. So I think that's going to be our plan. So the way a turn works for a character is pretty simple. You get 3 movement actions, and you have to move no matter what. You have to move. So your first thing you do is move, and there is an outer courtyard. So moving in and out of the courtyard is costly in terms of actions, because there's nothing you can do in these outer courtyard areas. And for her second move, we can move to any place that this opens up to. So this opens up to 2 areas, but not this third. So we can move into either one of those. We want to head in this direction, so we'll move here. When you move into an area, let's say we had moved up here and we wanted to take this action of gain 1 ammo. You can't take that action as long as a zombie is still in the store. If the store is completely clear, then you have time to take that action. If not, then you're not allowed to do it. But we moved here, and we're going to shoot the zombie. This is very straightforward. We lose an ammo down from 9 to 8, and that zombie's gone. Each character starts with a pistol and a knife, so they're able to do melee and ranged combat. For her third move, let's move down into this area. Now you can't shoot a zombie that's in the same zone or space as you. So we have to do melee. So we pull out our knife and we roll the dice. Now this die, no matter what we roll, we're going to kill the zombie. So the first one we have is this, I call it the safe result. Nothing happens, nothing except you kill the zombie, but nothing bad happens and nothing overly good happens. You do have this, which is you take 1 wound, and then you take 2 wounds. The zombie still dies, but you take the wounds. And then you have the safe on 2 sides, and on 2 sides you have the overkill. And the overkill is the exploding dice mechanism. So I've already used her 3 movements, but if I roll this, I have an extra movement to use in order to move. And if a zombie, say, were here, and I rolled the exploding die, then I could go and kill that zombie as well, and I could chain them together as long as I keep rolling that result. But there's no zombie there, so let's just roll, see what happens. And we lose 1 health. So the zombie dies, we lose 1 health, and now there's no zombies in this room, so we can do 1 action. Let's grab this. It's the number 2. This is for Escape the Mall. So each room has a color and a number on it. There are 2 rooms of each color. So here are the 2 green rooms, or 2 green stores. And there's a 1 here and a 2 here. We're trying to figure out at the end which entrance to which store we need to be at. So it's less likely that it'll be the secondary store. There's 2 2s and 2 1s, and then there's 1 of each color. So really you just have to collect all of them, and then go to the last 2 you collect will be where you need to go. So that's her 3 movements, and then the last part of her turn is we draw a card. Now this card will do several things. This came out of the search deck. It's dealt out at the beginning or at the end of each turn, but 1 was dealt at the beginning of the game. And this one is First Aid. Now First Aid is a pickup icon. That means it happens immediately. Usually when you draw a card, it's either going to be an event that happens immediately, a pickup that happens immediately, or an item that drops into the store. So it's not that you find the item, it's that you spotted the item. So this one is immediate first aid, pick up the item, we heal 2. That's the first thing that happens. The second thing that happens before we discard this is we look here at the color. Now if the color matches the color of the store, then 2 zombies come out in both of those colored stores. If it doesn't match, only one. So 1 zombie is going to come out in the blue stores, 1 each. So 1 right where we killed that last one, and 1 in the other blue one, which is up top here. And that's a turn. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Let's figure out what we're going to do with our mall cop. I really like starting off in different directions. I think the first thing we'll do is let him pick up the scanner and start searching for the frequency cards. So that's the first thing, and I believe we'll head in this direction and start doing some population control here. So we move to the outer courtyard. He's going to shoot this zombie. You can only shoot into 1 space away, and this is 2 spaces away. And then we'll move here and shoot this zombie. And we'll pick up a token, and it's the blue token. So the blue stores will not be our point of egress. And we lose 1 more ammo down to 7. And I think we'll move here. Now this has a stop action. Most of the places have a run action, meaning you can take the action and continue your turn. This one, no matter where we are, if we want to take this action, we have to discontinue the rest of our turn. So this is caffeine. Gain 1 additional move next turn. So we'll actually have 4 actions instead of 3. He's done his stuff, so we look at his card, and it is a frequency card. So the frequency is a pickup item. Now, if our photographer had found this, she would drop it like a normal item because it has this. We have the CDC scenario in play. However, since he has the radio, he can pick this up immediately gain 1 ammo, and this moves us towards 1 on our objective. We have 2 more we have to find. We deal him another card, and that one was a purple room or purple icon in a blue room. So in the purple rooms, we place 1 zombie. I can pick it up. Goes right there. And it's our photographer's turn. She can't take an action without moving, so she's first going to move here, pick up the supply box, number 1. Move here for number 2, pick up the part. And number 3, actually she's going to shoot this zombie before she picks that up. So her ammo goes down to 7. And then she'll move here, and I think we'll pick this up. It's the number 2, so it will not be, the exit will not be in any of the number 2 spots. That's her 3 movements. We will look at her card, and it is another frequency. Again, usually it would be immediately gain 2 and then discard, but it drops in the store like a normal item, and we now have a second frequency for somebody to go after. And it is a blue and a blue, so when they match, 2 zombies go into there. First one will go into 1. Now these rooms have, if you can see them, number spots. For instance, it says a 1, a 2, and a 3, and arrows pointing in that direction. And then you place the zombies in order. Of course, we skip, because of our specific scenario zombie, we skip the ones with the gears. 2 go in here, and 2 go into the other purple room. No, sorry, the other blue room. So 1 here and 1 here. Now, when a zombie, actually this one would skip that one, I just said that. So if any more go in here, they're going to actually go into the courtyard and take the barrier down 1. So when a zombie is placed in the same space as you, you are overrun. And that just simply means you take 1 damage. So each of our characters will take 1 damage because the zombie is in there. Okay, we deal another card to her, and we move to Mr. Mall Cop. Now he can't fight the zombie, and he can't shoot or anything. He has to move first. I think he will move here, gain a bullet. Spend a bullet, and kill this zombie. And then he'll gain a bullet, back up to 8. He will move here for a second turn, and grab this. This is the green room. It will not be a green room. So he's gone 2 spaces. I say let's go back here and take care of this dude. We'll melee him. And we rolled the zombie icon. Not overkill, but I'll take it. Not losing any wounds. So we will get, oh, we actually will not get that next turn. Because there's still a zombie here, we can't take that action. Okay. Adrenaline. Discard this card and on your turn and take up to 2 additional moves. Now this is a backpack item. It doesn't go in a slot. It just goes in your backpack and you're allowed to have as many backpack items as you want. Deal him a new card. Our photographer really wants to get back to the courtyard, but she will take the time to melee this zombie, and she takes 2 wounds for it. She's up to 3 wounds. Zombie's gone. She's going to continue to move. That's 2 and 3 into the courtyard. But while we're in the courtyard, there's an action we can heal 2. 1, 2. We can interact and drop off as many of this stuff as we want. So the first thing we'll drop off is the gear icon. So we can move up. We're 1 out of 4 here. And this will go into the second spot with the gear. So there. And then we brought in the supply crate. And that means it says right here, barricade. Enter with a supply token and repair 2. So we can build it up to 4. And then draw 1 supply card. Now this is the search deck. What's left over after making the search deck is the supply deck. So we get an immediate card out of that. We broke open the crate. We found a crowbar. After performing a melee attack, your next move may be to the entrance of an adjacent store. That's pretty good. That's her 3 movement. Let's grab her card. And it is the submachine gun. If you perform a ranged attack, you may instead spend 2 ammo to kill 2 zombies in rooms adjacent to you. Now when you're in the courtyard, you've spotted something somewhere along the way or out through into another store, so you can decide where you're going to put it. We don't want to put it here because we don't want the green icons matching. I think we'll put it here, and the green stores will get 1 zombie. So 1 there, and 1 can't go into the number 1 spot because of a gear, so a number 2. Deal her a card. And we're halfway through this objective, we're a third of the way through this objective, and a quarter of the way through that one. So that's not too terrible. So first, let's move here. Let's melee that zombie. And we get the regular zombie head. So that zombie's gone, we don't take any damage. And we can pick up an item. So we're going to pick up the submachine gun. Our second action is going to be move here. And we're going to use the submachine gun's ability and spend 2 to kill 2 in 1 action. And then we'll pick up the part. And then thirdly, I think we're going to move back here and pick up the adrenaline. And I think we'll go ahead and discard that right away to get 2 moves to go ahead and get back in the courtyard. We can turn this in, and we are now halfway through finding the parts. So this will go to number 3, which is here. And that way both are in range to do a couple things here, plus the frequency cards over here. Okay. Let's look at the card. It is first aid. He will take it. And it is a purple room. We'll say we got it out of the blue room. So purple has a 3rd one there. And now we can't put 1 in the entrance here, so we have to put 1 there because of the gear. Deal him a card. It's kind of heading for this frequency card anyway. Let's have her go in a different direction. I think we will go 1 here, 2 to there, and then 3 here and melee this guy. And we got an overkill. So, even though we've used our 3rd move, we're going to move again and melee again. We take 1 wound, and he's gone. Look at our card. And there's another adrenaline. It goes in here. It's a green icon in a purple room, so the green rooms get 1 there and 1 here. Now, when they have to move, out of these corner stores, they move clockwise. So this one will be placed, if we pull a green room again, it'll be placed in the next closest spot in the green room. And unfortunately, that would be right up into the courtyard. I think the best thing to do for our mall cop is to go here, shoot a zombie, pick up the part. Oh, sorry, that was two movement. One there, and then third one, get the supply crate. I know we want to get that frequency card, but just in case, I want to have that supply crate. We didn't deal her a card. Let's flip his, and it is a frequency card. He gets to pick it up. So we are 2/3 of the way there with a frequency card in our room, and we gain 3 ammo, which he really could use. 2, 3, back up to 8. Fantastic. It is an orange card, and it would be in a blue room. So we have orange zombie. We go skip the first spot there, go to the second. And we go into the second spot over here. Deal him a card. Usually it's the timer that gets me. And I haven't played this in a while, but usually it's the timer that gets me if I take too much time. This is concerning me, and we're over this way now. So I think the best thing we can do is make a move here. Let's roll that melee die. And she gets an overkill. Fantastic. Fantastic. I love that. So we're going to use this. After performing a melee attack, your next move, so our free move, can be to the entrance of an adjacent store. So I can move here or move here. I think I will move this way. And then this would be 2. And we'll do 3. Do a melee attack. Oops. We got the overkill. 2 out of 6 chance on that. I'll take it. So we'll move to an adjacent store. We're going to move here using our crowbar. That's our free move. We're going to roll again. It's this regular zombie. And now she has taken care of that. She looks at her card and she finds fireworks. Discard this card on your turn and take up to 3 zombies from anywhere and place them into any rooms without zombies. That is fantastic. Let's deal her a card. I think we will move here with Mr. Mall Cop, collect the frequency. He gets his ammo filled back up, and we have completed the CDC. We have contacted them. They are all on this situation now. So let's get this part back. So 2, 3. He can heal up to 2, but he's actually full up on everything. So we get the part back, and that will move it to number 3, which is right where we were. And then he delivers the supplies. Supplies number 2. Our barricade is as high as it'll go. And he gets to draw a supply card. Skateboard, backpack item. On your turn, discard this card and use a move to go to any room. He has confiscated a kid's skateboard. Let's look at his card. And we have, a bazooka. Well, he's going back in this room, so it is a purple card. The bazooka does. After a ranged attack, you must roll the melee die. If you roll an overkill, all zombies in that store are killed. If you roll a wound or a double wound, take the wounds. It's a double-edged sword. And you know what we forgot to do? The big gimmick of the game. When she got her crowbar, there are all these are called item meeples. They are bigger, they're plastic, they have holes in them, so she could get her crowbar. I usually don't play with them, they're a little fiddly, but they look awesome. There she goes, look at that. Oh yeah. She's been using that to death and hasn't even had it in her hand. Let's deal him another card. And he has a submachine gun. What are we doing? We're making life hard on ourselves. We want this to look cool. Alright. Now we're rocking. So we actually owe the purple stores a zombie. So the parking deck gets a zombie, and we can't put one on number 1, so number 3 there, and that store is full. I think she is going to move here, shoot this zombie, so she's down to 6. She's going to use this room's ability, which is lay a trap. So you take one of these trap tokens, and you can lay it into any room in the mall on its trap side that doesn't have a zombie. So looking at this, this is the spot I'm most concerned about, because if we pull a purple card or an orange card, then a zombie will go there. And so we will lay a trap, and it'll immediately kill a zombie that appears in there. So that was 1. Let's go here for 2 and melee. We got overkill. Ooh, we can immediately move to an entrance. I think I want to stay here. We're going to move here with our overkill, so that we're still on move 2, and we got a normal. So we kill that zombie, and for 3, we'll move back to where we started and grab this icon. It is the purple room. So by default, it is going to be the orange room here or here that we have to get to the entrance to. Pull her card and an explosion. Choose one weapon or item that you are carrying and remove it from the game, or else take 1 damage. Then discard this card. We will, I guess, lose the crowbar. You just finally got to show it off, and you've lost it. Explosion gets discarded, but it matches the room. So 2 go here, can't go in space 1, so it goes in space 2 and 3 because of the gear icon. And the first one goes here in number 3, and the trap goes off. So the traps just return back to the room where you get them in the electronics store. So we kill 1 zombie, and then the second one would go in that spot. Deal her a card out. Eye on the prize. We need to get here, 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 and here. So we need to move north and west. So let's have them move west first. 1, 2 to this store since there's no zombies in it. Pick up that. That's 2 movement. And let's have him shoot this zombie right here. That was 2, and now we'll move 3 there, and we'll use the room ability to gain an ammo. I thought about picking up the bazooka, but looking that we have to get up through here, and his ability to kill 2 zombies in adjacent rooms, I think, so hard. You know what? Let's take that back. He's full up on health. We will drop this and exchange it for the bazooka because it's a bazooka. So he's dropped his submachine gun. Bam. And the mall cop is walking around with that bad boy on. I think he might can do some damage with that. Alright, that's his 3 movements. So let's look at his card. And we have a frequency item. He picks it up immediately and gains 3, so he's back up. So that worked out nicely. He gets another card. It was an orange card. Sorry. It was an orange card. And we're in a blue spot. So orange. Start with this one. He can't go into this store, so he's going to migrate to the first space of this store. Clockwise, always clockwise. And then he can't go in this spot, so he's going to go up here, and that eats away at our barricade down to 5. And this is where we start to get overwhelmed. Our photographer is going to move 1 here and grab an ammo. 2, 3 to heal up to full health and pull her card. It is a grenade. I think she is heading in this direction, so we'll put the grenade up there in the store. It's when you are entering a store, discard this card and kill all the zombies in the store, then roll your melee die to see if you take wounds. So similar to the bazooka. A little bit more controlled. And we deal her another card. That is the purple room in an orange room. So purple, one goes there, and one can't go in the purple room clockwise, can't go in the orange room, goes here and eats away at our barricade. He impales himself and makes our defenses a little worse. And we have gotten the 2 supplies, so there's no building up our barricade anymore. Okay, we're going to move here. Going to make a ranged attack here in the middle. So he's going to kill that zombie. Now we roll to see if we kill the other 2 zombies or we take wounds. And we kill all the zombies because we got that overkill. We do not take any wounds because we're standing from the parking deck shooting into the store. The collectible store is clear, so let's go ahead and move there. Pick up this, and it is the number 1. So we know now, of course we could have deduced it, but it's going to be an orange room, and it's going to be the number 1 weakened room. So we need to get here. That was the second movement. Actually, we're going, before we interacted, let's do another. We should have used an ammo. Let's use another ammo, shoot into here, see if we can take out both of those zombies, and we take a wound instead. We cleared out this zombie. So that's still our second move. Let's do our third move towards this way. Look at the card. And it is a zombie event. Place 1 additional zombie into this store, then discard the card. So first of all, let's look at, it's going to be a blue store that gets the normal zombies. So there. And into the going coffee, into the second spot there. And then place an additional zombie in this store where we are. So number 1. And that's gone. Draw another card. I really like that both characters have gotten moments to shine. First, our photographer with the crowbar, and now our mock-up with the bazooka. That's just great. Still have 2 symbols we have to find. So there and there. I think she'll move here, shoot this zombie. That was 2, so she will gain an ammo, she can either collect or use the room's ability. So she's going to use the room's ability. And she's going to move 3 and collect. So now she's picked up the discarded submachine gun. We won't forget to give it to her. And that's her movements. Her card is an explosion. Choose 1 weapon or item that you're carrying and remove it from the game, or else take 1 wound. Well, that was short-lived. So an explosion happens, and as she's trying to put the submachine gun around her neck, the blast blows her against the wall, and the machine gun gets buried under rubble. It's very sad. Deal her a card, and the bazooka mall cop's going to move 2 into here. He'll drop this, which means we have completed all the pieces to the chopper. We have called the CDC, and we're very close to getting to the end, but we're also getting low on that. So that was 2. I think I think he'll move here and shoot at this zombie here with the bazooka. He takes 2 wounds, not good, but he does kill this zombie. Just doesn't kill the other one. Look at his card, and it is the crossbow. We're going to drop the crossbow in this room. It says, if you do a ranged attack, immediately roll the melee die. If you roll an overkill symbol, do not spend 1 ammo. I like the crossbow a lot. Of course, you got to have a crossbow in a zombie game. Green icon in a blue room means 1 zombie in the 2 green stores. Can't go in number 1 spot, has to go in number 2 in the craft store. Let's see, our photographer will move 1, pick up the crossbow. She will move 2 and shoot at this zombie. Actually, no, she will move 2 and shoot at this zombie. So we take a wound. No, yeah, no. We don't take a wound. It's just to see if we used ammo or not. So yes, we did use ammo. Down to 5. So let's see. That was 1, 2, 3, and she will shoot this one. We have not given her a crossbow. No wonder she used ammo. She was throwing things at it. Okay. So we're at 5. We're going to shoot this one. And we got an overkill symbol. We're not going to spend it. There's nowhere really to go. So we want to look at this. This is more important. It's the number 1. And we have 1 more to get. And then we need to get back here. We didn't deal out a card last time. Let's look at her card. It's the Uzi. She drops it. It's a green and a purple room. So green gets 1 there and 1 there. If we weren't so close to the end game, I think I would be concerned. But we're looking good. Deal her a card. Mr. Mallcop's turn. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. And he's going to bazooka that 1 zombie, which that's not the best idea, but we do what we have to do. Whoops. And he gets the safe 1, so it doesn't do anything. It doesn't. He kills the zombie, but it wouldn't have blasted other zombies. So this says loud crash. Move 1 zombie in an adjacent store into any enemy room or any empty room adjacent to it. Sorry, it's hard to read upside down. So we can move a zombie. Let's move this one. He draws his card. It's a frequency card. He gains 2 ammo. He'll take it. 2. And it was a blue icon. It was a blue icon. So 1 here and 1 in Going Coffee. Deal out a card. Now it is getting slim. We have 6 turns left. I think we can do it. Okay. She has to move. She's going to move here and shoot the zombie. He's gone. Roll the dice. And it's an overkill. She does not have to spend an ammo. She's going to gain an ammo in the spot she's in. She's going to move here, shoot this zombie. Roll the die to see if she spends an ammo, and she does. But she's going to use the ability to gain ammo. And then I think she'll move back here and gain another ammo. And that's her 3 moves. Zombie event. Place 1 additional zombie into the store, then discard it. So it is a green and a purple. Let's go ahead and do her card. So we're going to start here. We can't place 1 there. Can't place 1 in this store at all. So this one from the craft store goes here. And then the one from the sporting goods store goes into the courtyard and beats our gate down to 3. Or our barricade down to 3. And then we place an additional zombie in the store we're in. So in the parking deck, 1 goes into the 1 spot. I was just hoping we didn't pull a purple card, and we didn't. So he's going to move 1, pick this up. So we need to get to the orange. The helicopter we have the parts for is outside of the collectible store. So he needs to go 2, 3. He's not quite there. He draws his card. And it is a frequency card. And we could have used the skateboard, but I'm fine with him being in the middle. It's a frequency card, so he gets immediately gain 1. Sorry. And that's gone. It was a purple card in an orange room, so purple gets 1 there and 1 here. And I think we have abandoned the courtyard for now. Draw a card. 2 cards in the deck left. She's going to move 1, and she is at the exit. She'll still shoot a zombie just in case. Shoot that zombie. And she uses an ammo, and we'll just call it quits there. Her card is the katana, and we're going to give it to her. Oh, we can't give it to her. So it goes here. We'll say she picked up the grenade there. Why not? She could have taken an action. Orange and orange. Oh, this is not good at all. One there. They're making a final rush at us. Very thematic. I love it. Love it. Okay. So 2 there and 2 in the other orange store. Can't go here, so both of these would go to the barricade. Oh, sorry, no, clockwise. They would go, still go to the barricade on this side. And we're down to 1 on the barricade. So 1 on the barricade. 2 cards left. We each take 1 wound for a zombie appearing in our room. We're okay on health. Both have 4 points in between their health and their ammo there. That's pretty funny. And she gets a card, and it's Mr. Mallcop's turn. He's going to shoot the zombie. Oh, he can't. He has to move. He's going to go here, shoot at the zombie where he just was, and he does not kill them both. Down 1, he's going to shoot this one. After he moves here, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. He takes a wound, but still kills this one, and then he moves here. We have survived the zombie mall apocalypse. That was a lot closer than I thought it would be. 1 card, down to 1. Let's go back up top. There is Tiny Epic Zombies, and just like every time I've played this game in 1, it usually comes down to this search deck beating out the 24 turns that you have to complete your objectives. And like most great flicks about zombies, they're really there as more of an existential threat. They are there to slow you down, and they may kill you. That's always a possibility, but really, they're there to just get in your way. What I like about this game are 2 things. 1, it's portable. Yes, it takes up about the same amount of space, but this is a game I will happily throw in my bag when we travel. Well, when we used to travel before the zombie virus hit. But it is portable, and what I like about this entry in the Tiny Epic series specifically is the cooperative nature where my daughter and my son can actually jump in and play with me. The other thing I like about this game is the amount of variety. Everything is pretty much randomized, and there's a lot of variety in that randomization. And look how many characters you get. I mean, this is fantastic. In fact, I haven't played with the mall cop until today. He may have been a zombie in one of my games, but I've never played with him as a playable character. It has just never worked out that way. You never know how the search deck is going to play out. Yes, you get the same events, and yes, you get the same pickup items in every game, but the backpack items or the weapons, you never know 100% what's going to come out. I mean, we didn't even see the chainsaw, and that's one of the distractions of this game, I think, is a cool weapon drops, and do I waste an action or maybe even a whole turn trying to go after that item, or do I just let it be? I mean, how cool do I want my meeple to be holding a bazooka and a chainsaw? So yeah, it's a cool game with a cool gimmick, and it's small and portable, so I'll throw it in my bag without hesitation and take it with me to play with my family or to play alone. So if you enjoyed this content, there are definitely some ways you can support the channel, mostly by hitting that like and that subscribe icon, and definitely hit the bell notification so that you get alerts whenever the next video goes up. There's also a tip jar below through Buy Me Coffee. So to all you ghosts and goblins, I hope you have a fun and safe Halloween. And as always, thanks for joining and happy gaming.